Hello, hello. So I'm laying here in my bed and it's about that time to get ready to go to sleep. And I had something come across my thoughts. Almost like sometimes when you are reflecting and you go back to a place where you never thought that you would overcome certain things that you had to deal with or certain situations you were placed in, and you look back over that time period of your life and you say, wow, I can't believe I got over that. And so, as I'm sitting here getting ready to go to sleep, and I'm reflecting and I'm thinking about um, my time um, 6, 7 years ago, where I was literally an alcoholic. Um, Going to bed was the hardest thing for me, and getting in bed alone and going to bed, like literally getting sleep, was the hardest thing for me. And it lasted for about 3 to 4 years that I never really slept very well. I could never go to bed at night. I would stay up long, long periods of time. And once I did fall asleep, it wouldn't be a good sleep or a good rest, is what some people call it. Or it would be that I would stay up for days. The longest I've ever stayed up was 72 hours straight, and I could not get myself to go to sleep. And from that time period, I developed a coping mechanism, which was to drink. And I began drinking vodkas, and then from vodkas, I turned to wine. And it wasn't just social drinking, it was buying it and keeping it in the house. And it was me always constantly wanting to cover up and numb whatever pain or grief I was feeling with the alcohol. And so what I would do is I would hide the bottles in my bedroom, or I would keep tons of alcohol in the house and just make it like I was drinking socially. But I knew inside myself that I was not a social drinker, that I had become an alcoholic in less than 6 months. And so I'm saying all that to say that as I'm laying here, I'm thinking about how in the last 2 years of my life, I'm able to lay down, close my eyes, and go to sleep. I am totally off all depression meds. I have not taken a Xanax or whatever else they were giving me in 2015 for mild depression due to grief. I don't take any of those things anymore. I haven't taken anxiety meds in over 3.5 years. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need them. I needed them for the time that I needed them, until I got to a place where I told God I did not want to be a zombie. I did not want to be on the depression meds or drinking alcohol unless it was going to be in a social way. When I started working out 4 months ago, I decided that I would go on a new little binge of no alcohol. And so as I took the alcohol away, I understood that it wasn't as important to me as I thought it was. And so now I am still a social drinker, but I am not an alcoholic. I do not rely on alcohol to cope or deal with my problems or my issues or the struggles that I face. I'm saying all of this to say that you are more than a conqueror in Christ Jesus. And his word tells us that. But if I could have been who I was then and know what I know now, and had the insight and the foresight into that this too shall pass, that moment in time where I thought I was sinking so far, so far, and that I would never be able to pull myself up by the bootstraps, I would never be able to come up out of that. the attitude of gratitude that I have to be able to say, I overcame that. The attitude of gratitude to be able to say, I've been through some things and I'm still here and I'm still able to thrive, and I have this thriving company, and I have these major things that I've been able to accomplish thus far since then. Wow. It's just like a wow for me, because I never thought I would come from out of that deep, dark depression. And now I can smile and it not be fake. I can cry and it be real. I can deal with the pain as it comes, let the tears flow, and know that I don't need a drink to cope. I can close my eyes at night and sleep really good, knowing that I'm sleeping because I need the rest for my body, and knowing that I don't need another person on the other side of me to hold me to get there. So this video is for anyone who feels like they don't know what they're going to do with their next step, their next moment. I would like you to look at my life as a living testimony. I'm a living, breathing, walking miracle.